We begin with some breaking news on the campaign trail. New numbers from Nanos Research say more than 7 out of 10 Canadians think it is time for a new party to take power in Ottawa. According to the new poll, 71% of Canadians, look at that number, 71% want change on Parliament Hill. 24% disagree with that, and 5% are unsure. This is based on a 3-day rolling sample of 1,000 people. So to give us perspective on the latest polls is the man behind the polls. I'm joined by Nick Nanos of Nanos Research. So Nick, let's talk about that. 71%. Where was it before?
Well, it was in the mid-60s. So what we've seen is the last weekend of the election, a bit of an increase. Time for a change, 7 out of every 10. And you have to look at that 24%. That's basically the basement for the Conservatives, right? People who say, you know what, it is not good time for a change. And in my experience, once it gets at or above 70, it's usually bad news for whoever the incumbent might be.
And the Liberals still leading in your polls, is it correct?
Yes, the Liberals have about a 6-point advantage in the polls going into the close of the election. And maybe can we call it 50 Shades of Red? That's probably what we're looking at on Monday in terms of the likely outcome.
Well, which provinces, though, are you seeing a strong suggestion of going Liberal?
Well, you know, the thing is British Columbia has one of the highest appetites for change. There's a very high appetite for change in Atlantic, which is not a surprise, but also the province of Quebec, very high likelihood for people to want change. And also, women are more likely to want change than men. Both want change, but it seems that at least Canadian women these days, more likely to want to see a change in Ottawa.
Now, the election outcome impact on the economy, we've talked about this before. What are you seeing when it comes to those numbers?
You know, it's interesting. Stephen Harper and the Conservatives have tried to hammer the Liberals as a potential risky choice on the economy. But when we ask Canadians whether there would be a positive or negative impact to a Conservative win, a Liberal win, a New Democrat win, about 30% of Canadians say that if the Conservatives win the election, it'll have a positive or somewhat positive impact. But the eye-popping number is the Liberal number. 60% of Canadians believe that a Liberal win would have a positive or somewhat positive impact. What does that mean?
Did I hear you right? 60?
60, 60.
Okay.
Yeah, what that means is all those attack ads that he's not ready or that the Liberals don't have a good plan for the economy have not had an impact on the Liberals, and that they are cruising into the close of the campaign looking stronger than the Conservatives on the economy.
Okay, given that, I guess I know what the answer is for the preferred Prime Minister poll. What are you finding there? Trudeau at the top?
Yeah, we have Trudeau at the top with about a 5-point advantage on the preferred Prime Minister, and he's kind of trending up. So he was, before Thanksgiving, he was behind Stephen Harper. Fast forward through Thanksgiving and into the weekend, you can see that 35% of Canadians give Trudeau a tip of the hat as a preferred Prime Minister, with Stephen Harper 5 points back at 30% and Tom Mulcair third at 19%.
Okay, so we are more than 48 hours until the end of all of this, but we're getting close. So what do they have to do at this point? Because at this point, are you finding people pretty much know who they're voting for? It's just they got to make sure people actually go out and vote at this point.
Well, this is where it's the street fight, right?
Okay.
What are the strengths and capabilities of the different organizations to deliver their vote? Because right now, most Canadians are undecided. Our undecided is less than 1 in 10 right now.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of like Christmas shopping. There'll be people that'll probably still wait till Monday to make their final decision, but it's going to come down to how big is the voter turnout and how well organized are the election machines, the red, blue, and orange election machines.
Last week we were saying there was still 10% undecided. I thought at this point we would have got, it would have shrunk, but it's still 1 in 10.
Yeah, just a little lower, but same zone.
Well, they have 48 hours and under. Nick Nanos, thanks so much. Always a pleasure. Nanos Research. Thank you.
Thank you.